LVMH, Louis Vuitton Moët Hennessy, was born out of the visionary merger, orchestrated by Bernard Arnault in 1987, combining the renowned luxury fashion house Louis Vuitton with the prestigious champagne and cognac conglomerate, Moët Hennessy. This pivotal moment marked the beginning of a transformative journey for the luxury industry. Bernard Jean-Étienne Arnault, born on March 5, 1949, in Roubaix, was raised in a strict Catholic Auvergnat style by his devoutly Catholic grandmother. His mother, pianist Marie-Joseph Savenot, had a fascination for Dior skincare and perfume. His father, manufacturer Jean-Léon Arnault, a graduate of École Centrale Paris, owned the civil engineering company Veracity. Arnault's journey to founding LVMH is a testament to entrepreneurial vision and strategic acumen. After graduating from the École Polytechnique in France with a degree in engineering, he joined his family's construction company, Veracity, where he demonstrated remarkable leadership and business savvy. Arnault's true passion, however, lay in the world of luxury goods. In the early 1980s, he set his sights on acquiring the struggling textile group Boussac, which owned the prestigious fashion brand Christian Dior. Despite facing skepticism and resistance, Arnault successfully engineered a takeover of Boussac in 1984, leveraging his financial resources and negotiating skills to secure the deal. The acquisition of Boussac was a strategic move for Arnault, providing him with access to Christian Dior, one of the most revered names in the fashion industry. The deal involved complex negotiations and financial arrangements, with Arnault demonstrating his ability to navigate challenging corporate environments and secure valuable assets. Under Arnault's leadership, Christian Dior underwent a revitalization, with investments in design, marketing, and international expansion. The brand regained its status as a symbol of luxury and sophistication, attracting a new generation of affluent consumers. By leveraging Christian Dior's heritage and craftsmanship, Arnault strengthened LVMH's position in the luxury fashion market. Financially, the acquisition of Boussac and Christian Dior significantly impacted LVMH's balance sheet. The deal involved substantial upfront costs, including the purchase price and investments in restructuring and rebranding efforts. However, the long-term benefits of integrating Christian Dior into the LVMH portfolio outweighed the initial financial outlay. In 1987, Arnault played a key role in the creation of LVMH by merging Louis Vuitton with Moët Hennessy. He worked with Alain Chevalier, CEO of Moët Hennessy, and Henri Racquemire, president of Louis Vuitton, to form the conglomerate. Arnault went to good schools in northern France, like Lycée Maxence van der Merch in Roubaix and Lycée Faidherbe in Lille. After finishing École Polytechnique, a top engineering school, in 1971, he started working for his family's business. 3 years later, Arnault convinced his dad to focus on real estate instead. They sold part of the business and renamed it Farnell. They also bought a textile company and moved its main office. Later, they sold the real estate part to another company called Compagnie Générale d'Eaux, which later became Nexity. Arnault started his journey in 1971 at Veracity and served as its president from 1978 to 1984. In 1984, Arnault, then a budding real estate developer, learned of the French government's plan to select a new leader for the Boussac Saint-Frères empire, a textile and retail conglomerate that held ownership of Christian Dior. With the support of Antoine Bernheim, a top executive at Lazard Frères, Arnault bought Financière Agache, a fancy goods company. He then took charge as the CEO. Arnault also managed to win a big fight to get control of Boussac Saint-Frères, buying the group for just 1 franc. This company owned Christian Dior, along with Le Bon Marché store, Conforama shop, and Podus diapers. After Arnault took over Boussac, he had to let go of 9,000 workers in 2 years, earning him the nickname, the Terminator. He sold off most of the company's stuff, but kept Christian Dior and Le Bon Marché. By 1987, the company was making a profit again, earning $112 million from $1.9 billion in sales. He worked with Alain Chevalier, CEO of Moët Hennessy, and Henri Racquemire, president of Louis Vuitton, to form LVMH in 1987. In July 1988, Arnault put $1.6 billion into forming a new company with Guinness. This company had 24% of LVMH shares. When rumors spread that the Louis Vuitton group might buy enough LVMH shares to block important decisions, Arnault spent $600 million to buy 13.5% more of LVMH. This made him the biggest shareholder in LVMH. LVMH was created with the idea that it would be too big for any one person to take control. But this idea didn't think about people inside trying to take over. This became a big problem when Arnault and Henri Racquemire, the president of Louis Vuitton, didn't agree on what to do. But the one point where we both can agree is giving this video a like. I know you are liking the video, which is why you are still here. So click on the like button. In January 1989, Arnault used another $500 million to buy more shares of LVMH. With this, he owned 43.5% of LVMH shares and had 35% of its voting rights. This meant he had enough power to stop anyone from breaking up LVMH. Then, he went after Racquemire, took away his authority, and removed him from the board of directors. On January 13, 1989, everyone agreed and voted for Arnault to become the chairman of the executive management board. After taking charge, Arnault had big plans for the company. He wanted to make it one of the biggest luxury groups globally, like Richemont from Switzerland and Kering from France. In just 11 years, sales and profits increased 5 times, and LVMH's value went up 15 times. In July 1988, Arnault bought Celine. That same year, he supported French fashion designer Christian Dior to promote the company's fancy clothing line. In 1993, LVMH got Veracity and Kenzo. Also, Arnault bought the French economic newspaper La Tribune that year. However, La Tribune didn't do as well as hoped, even with his big investment of €150 million. So, he sold it in November 2007 and bought another French economic newspaper, Les Echos, for €240 million. In 1994, LVMH added the perfume company Guerlain to its collection. 2 years later, Arnault took over Loewe. Then, in 1997, he acquired Marc Jacobs and Sephora. Over the years, 5 more brands joined the group: Thomas Pink in 1999, Emilio Pucci in 2000, and Fendi, DKNY, and La Samaritaine in 2001. In the 1990s, Arnault had a plan to set up a hub in New York to handle LVMH's business in the United States. He picked Christian Dior to lead this project. The result? The LVMH Tower, which opened its doors in December 1999. That same year, Arnault shifted his focus to Gucci, an Italian company known for leather goods, led by Tom Ford and Domenico De Sole. He quietly bought 5% of Gucci's shares before anyone noticed. When Gucci found out, they didn't like it and called it a creeping takeover. Arnault then increased his ownership to 34.4%, saying he just wanted to support the company. But De Sole wanted Arnault to stop buying more shares in exchange for a seat on Gucci's board. Arnault refused, so De Sole found a way to issue more shares without Arnault's permission, diluting his stake. This led to a legal battle that ended in September 2001. LVMH sold its shares and made a profit of $700 million. In 1998, Arnault teamed up with businessman Albert Frère to buy Chateau Cheval Blanc for himself. Then, in 2009, LVMH bought Arnault's share of the vineyard to add to its other wine property, Chateau d'Yquem. From 1998 to 2001, Arnault put money into several internet companies like Boo.com, LibertySurf, and Zbank through his holding company, Europatweb. His group, Groupe Arnault, also invested in Netflix in 1999. In 2007, it was revealed that Arnault, along with the California property firm Colony Capital, owned 10.69% of Carrefour, France's biggest supermarket chain and the world's second-largest food distributor. Then, in 2008, Arnault ventured into the yacht industry by purchasing Princess Yachts for €253 million. Shortly after, he also gained ownership of Royal Van Lent Shipyard for a similar amount. From 2010 to 2013, Arnault served as a member of the board of advisors for the Malaysian 1MBD fund. On March 7, 2011, Arnault declared that he would buy 50.4% of Bulgari, an Italian jewelry company, which was mostly owned by a family. He planned to offer to buy the rest that was owned by the public. This deal was worth $5.2 billion. In the same year, Arnault put $641 million into creating El Capital Asia. On March 7, 2013, the National Business Daily said that a brand called QDA would open stores in Beijing with help from Arnault's private investment company, El Capital Asia, and a Chinese apparel company called XINHE Company, Limited. In February 2014, Arnault teamed up with the Italian fashion brand Marco da Vincenzo, taking a 45% stake in the company. In 2016, LVMH sold DKNY to G3 Apparel Group. In April 2017, Arnault announced that LVMH would buy Christian Dior's high-end clothing, leather goods, men's and women's clothes, and shoes, bringing the entire Christian Dior brand under LVMH. By January 2018, Arnault had guided the company to achieve record sales of €42.6 billion in 2017, which was 13% higher than the previous year. During the same period, the company's net profit increased by 29%. In November 2019, Arnault announced plans to buy Tiffany & Company for around $16.2 billion, with the deal expected to be finalized by June 2020. However, in September 2020, LVMH declared that the takeover would not happen, citing the COVID-19 pandemic and alleging that Tiffany's management had mishandled the situation. This led Tiffany to sue LVMH, seeking to enforce the purchase or seek compensation. In mid-September 2020, it was reported that Arnault's decision to cancel the purchase was due to financial reasons. LVMH claimed that despite facing losses during the pandemic, Tiffany had paid significant dividends to shareholders. After legal battles, Tiffany and LVMH agreed in late October 2020 to proceed with the original takeover plan at a slightly reduced price of nearly $16 billion. The purchase was completed in January 2021. Under Arnault's guidance, LVMH has become the biggest company by market value in the eurozone, reaching a staggering €313 billion or $382 billion by May 2021. Arnault has advocated for decentralizing the group's brands as a strategic move. This means that brands like Tiffany, which are part of LVMH, still maintain their independence and unique heritage. Arnault believes that brands like Louis Vuitton and Dior succeed because they blend timelessness with modernity, making them both classic and cutting-edge at the same time. If you have come so far, a subscription to Hierarchy Veracity, with the notifications on, would be modern? And if you are on Facebook, a follow to this page would be classic? In April 1999, Arnault was recognized as the wealthiest person in the fashion industry, surpassing Zara's Amancio Ortega. In 1999, he established Pilinvest, a holding company based in Belgium. Through Pilinvest, Arnault holds an 81% stake in Agache, which in turn owns 48% of LVMH and controls 63% of its voting rights. In 2008, he created Protect Invest, a private foundation in Belgium aimed at safeguarding the integrity of the LVMH group until 2023. This foundation prevented Arnault's children from selling shares in Pilinvest until 2023, when his youngest child reached the age of 25, considered old enough to take responsibility for LVMH. In December 2011, 6 months before socialist François Hollande assumed the presidency of France, Arnault transferred a 31% stake in Groupe Arnault, valued at €6.5 billion according to the newspaper Libération, to Pilinvest. In 2016, Arnault received a salary of €7.8 million for his role as the CEO of the LVMH Group. By July 2019, Arnault's net worth soared to $103 billion, making him the second richest person globally. Briefly, in December 2019 and again in January 2020, Arnault surpassed Jeff Bezos to become the world's richest person. However, during the COVID-19 pandemic, Arnault experienced a significant decrease in wealth, losing $30 billion as sales of luxury goods declined sharply. On August 5, 2021, Arnault reclaimed his title as the world's wealthiest individual, with his net worth reaching $198.4 billion. This surge in wealth was driven by the booming sales of LVMH's luxury goods, particularly in China and other parts of Asia. Arnault is identified as Bernard Arnault and family on the Forbes billionaires list. According to Forbes, the fortune of Bernard Arnault and family was estimated to be $158 billion in 2022, positioning him ahead of Bill Gates. In 2022, Arnault took steps to ensure long-term family control over LVMH by changing the legal structure of Agache from a Societas Europea to a joint stock partnership. Arnault and his family reached an estimated peak net worth of $240.7 billion in April 2023, as reported by Forbes. At that time, he became the wealthiest person globally, surpassing Elon Musk. However, Musk would later surpass Arnault in June 2023, with a net worth of $240 billion, while Arnault's wealth declined to $190 billion. Arnault previously owned the converted research vessel Amadeus, which measured 70 meters, 230 feet, and was sold in late 2015. His current yacht, Symphony, measures 101.5 meters, 333 feet, and was built in the Netherlands by Fedship. In October 2022, Arnault announced that LVMH had sold its private jet after a Twitter user began tracking its flights. He mentioned that he began renting private aircraft for both personal and business flights instead. The aircraft in question was a Bombardier Global 7500, registered as FGV-May. As LVMH looks towards the future, its rich history serves as a testament to its ability to innovate, adapt, and thrive in an ever-evolving industry. With a diverse portfolio of iconic brands, a commitment to excellence, and a relentless pursuit of innovation, LVMH remains poised to shape the future of luxury for generations to come. Lastly, if you are a business enthusiast, share this video on your social media handles. Because sharing one business inspiration with the society does matter. In the dormitories of Harvard University in 2004, a revolutionary idea was born. No one could know that 5 students from Harvard are gonna create a platform that would change the way of connecting with people and become the biggest tech company in the history. That company is Facebook. If you want to know about Facebook, click on the left video on your screen. And to see the latest video of our channel, click on the right video, if you are from YouTube. And if you are from Facebook, go to our page to see another video. And yes, do not forget to share the video.